Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. This is another shorter routine, 20 to 30 minutes. It will all be done in a standing position and just to open the body and sustain ourselves as we maybe are not doing regular yoga, but we have a little time to do a little something. So come to a standing position now. Come into mountain pose. Bring one hand to chest and one hand to belly. Feel the breath moving the chest in and out. Heart moving forward with each breath, tugging down through the diaphragm with each breath. The lungs filling with air, all the cells of the body receiving oxygen, giving back their carbon dioxide, forming your relationship with the air and the trees and all the plants. Two more breaths here. Bring hands down to the side, arms come up, hands meet overhead, fingers clasped together with steeple fingers. Feet are right under the hips. Inhale up from feet all the way up through the fingers and exhale over, staying long through the back from the pelvis up to the ribs. Inhale up, exhale over. Two more times in each direction. Inhale up, exhale over. Can you feel some stretch in that quadratus lumborum between the pelvis and the ribs in the back? And where else do you feel stretch? Through those muscles that interweave among the ribs on either side. And bring it up. Bring arms down. Bring hands back to the sacrum, fingers down. Feet are a little wider than hip width apart now. Inhale as shoulder blades squeeze together and you open from pelvis up through sternum, up to the collarbone. Chin's ramped back a little bit. As you come down, bend the knees, cross the arms, and inhale up like a big fountain and come around. Hands come back behind once again. Inhale, squeeze elbows, shoulder blades together, open, particularly just in the front torso. And come back up, cross arms, fountain up and around. Hands come back behind once again, open through the front line of the body. And then crossing arms and fountaining up. Hands come to the waist. Bring one foot forward and the other back. Bring the hands back behind the buttocks, pulling down with interlaced fingers. Inhale up from feet, up through the legs, up through torso and the crown of the head. Exhale over. Arms might stay parallel, especially in this first one. Maybe the torso stays parallel and the arms stay parallel. And maybe that's where you stay. As you come over once again with an exhale, or maybe arms reach up a little bit farther and torso comes down a little bit farther. Finding your place here in what we call pyramid, and it becomes a kind of runner's stretch. Exhale over. Inhale up, and one more time, exhale over. Let your hands come down around that front foot. Let the back foot come back so that you're long through the back body. And then send that heel forward and back, giving some pulsing to that calf. And some stretching in the front hip. And bring that knee down. Roll over the heel in front, hands come back a bit, and slightly bow over that front leg, keeping some hinging from the bottom of the spine so that the chest is coming towards the front line of the mat. Coming up once again, reaching back through the heel, 2, 3, 1, bringing the knee down, hands come back, bowing over that front leg. Bring hands forward, other foot hops forward together with the first foot and roll up. Hands onto hips, other foot comes back, all toes are forward. Hands come to the bottom of the buttocks and pull down. Inhale up through the crown, exhale over, arms and torso more or less parallel, and if you don't get parallel, that's fine too. Again, always finding your place within these yoga movements, finding where you will benefit the most according to where your body is right now. So you might be not coming quite parallel with the earth, or you might go beyond parallel with the earth. And this time, bringing the hands down around the front foot, bringing the back foot back, pressing back through the heel, pulsing as you lift up on the heel and then send it back. Awakening the calf, awakening the blood circulation, the oxygen circulation there. Then back knee comes down, roll over the front heel, bow down over that front leg, keep some length through the spine, eyes towards the front of the mat, and then reach back through the heel once again. Where do you feel that stretch? Bring the knee down, bow down over the front leg, again extending the chest a little bit towards the front of the mat, and then coming back up. And bring that foot up, and we'll slowly roll up as we bring the fingers up the front of the legs. Bring the feet wide. We're going to do a standing squat now. Arms will come up a bit behind the body, and then palms turn down. Knees bend and hands come across the thighs. And my feet are out a bit, maybe not quite 45 degrees. Inhale up, exhale down. Let the tailbone come straight down. No tucking of the tailbone. Inhale up and exhale down. Maybe as you move, your feet are going to come a little bit farther apart so that you can squat a little further or not. Invitation again to get to know your body and what it needs. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Bring the hands to the knees. Feet are fairly wide here, so you might widen a little bit more as we skate back and forth. Just letting the sacrum be relaxed and easy, inner thighs opening up a bit. And coming back through center, turn the feet so that they are the slightly bit pigeon-toed, hands come down and walk forward. We're coming into a wide-angled downward dog. So hands are out in front. Push into the hands, which allows you to push back through the hips. And you can reach out through the side soles of the feet, so the feet are pushing away from each other. Just finding whatever stretch feels good here. One more inhale and exhale. Walk the hands back. Walk them over to one ankle, arm reaches up. And exhale down. Walk across to the other ankle, inhale up. And exhale down. One more time on each side. Swimming across, reaching up. Imagining your hand coming down through water, across the bottom of the lake or the pool, and reaching up through water. And coming down. Bring the hands to the waist, stomach comes parallel to the earth, and then come all the way up. Toe heel feet back towards each other. Turn so that we can come into warrior one. Back foot at 30 degrees, front foot forward. Hips are aligned with the front of the mat. Open the arms, palms forward, squeeze shoulder blades together, tuck the chin back slightly. Aware of the respiratory diaphragm just above the pelvic floor, the vocal cord diaphragm above the diaphragm that we breathe with. Inhale, arms up, reach up through the body, up from the feet, up hips long vertically, up through the torso, and then open up. Feel the back bend between the shoulder blades. Chin a little tucked for 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Hands come to the waist, feet come together, other foot comes back. Finding your warrior one position, your front knee is bent over your ankle, opening up through the palms, squeezing shoulder blades gently together and down. Pressing down through that back foot, feeling that line of the body from that foot up through the back leg, across the front and back of the body, glutes engaged, up through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up, reach up first, fingers up through the ceiling, and then opening hip, ribs, up through the collarbone. Feeling that effect between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. Feet come together. And we'll do just a brief warrior two. Feet come wide. Open through the shoulders. Lean forward slightly and lean back slightly. As you sway back and forth with extended arms, can you feel the grounding down of the feet and the strength in the hips and through the thighs? Back through center, hand comes down or arm comes down, either farther up the thigh for a little bit more support or farther down, or if you want more challenge, opening up with the hand forward on the shin. And then coming to where you feel best for your shoulder and body, perhaps hand to the ceiling or in a long side angle. And bring it back. Other arm comes up, gaze rises. And exhale back through warrior two. Hands come to the waist. And we'll bring our warrior two to the other side. Take a minute to find your optimum width between your feet. Is it a little bit closer together because of what you need in your pelvis and your hips? Or are the muscles engaged enough so that you can feel comfortable in a wider way? And I'm sure you might be able to come wider than this. Inhale, open through the shoulders, reach out and back and forth. Testing the stability of your warrior two a bit. And if it's too wide, bring it in a little bit, protecting the pelvis, protecting the hips. Finding just the right place. And coming back through center, bending that front arm, enjoying the long length from the back sole of the foot, up through armpit and hand, and sweeping back and up and back through warrior two. Hands come to the hips and feet come back together. Bring the feet directly under the hips, bringing the hands along the insides of the hip bones here and letting the fingers line up with the second toes. And that's how you can figure out where your feet should be for your body. Bring one hand up. Let the weight come into that foot and exhale over, dangling over. Bring hand down, inhale up. Weight comes into the other foot and over. This arm and this leg are very loose. One more time in each direction, lift up. And letting arm and leg over here be very loose and empty. Take a lateral stretch one last time. Weight shifts and come over. Relaxing down through the hip on this side. And coming back through center, we're going to come to a balance. Bring your weight into the right foot. Feel the bottom of the foot, brighten through the arch, energy coming up through the inner thighs and up through the body. Good alignment as you feel your ears over your shoulders over your hips over your heels. Come up onto the toe of the other foot. Hands on the hips to begin, and that knee just rises and comes back down. One more time, testing your balance. And then your arms might join in, coming into a crane or a stork, flying. Stay here, or if you would like, bring the knee up, turn it out, arms reach out with that knee, and the foot might come to the calf. For 3, lift up through the body, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Take a breath. Bring all your focus into the opposite foot, the left foot. Again, hip joints coming down into the heel, and then that weight coming across to the mound of the big toe. Arches are bright, coming up through the leg, up through pelvic floor, up through the chest, shoulder blades relaxing down, front ribs relaxing down, lifting up through the crown of the head. Hands come to the hips, and starting with just a simple reaching up with the knee, keeping energy coming up, lifting up through that foundation side of the body. And then arms might join in. Find your place here. Finding some coolness in the flying. And you might stay here, or you might bring the knee around and the foot might come to the calf. And you might pause here for a moment. And bring it down. Bring one foot back and one foot forward. My foot forward is towards the corner of the room, and the toes are straight out on the back foot. Begin to sway back and forth. Front toe comes up, back heel comes up, back and forth. As you come back, arms rise up, gaze rises, exhale, Bring the hands down over the front foot. Inhale up. Next time you bring hands down, cross wrists or forearms. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the sea. 2 more times. Coming up through center, rub the back of your waist, your kidney area. Bring your hands down the back of your legs, around across the top of the feet and up the inside of the legs. Coming back to the back of the waist, rubbing the kidneys, and coming down the bladder meridian in the back, and up the kidney meridian. And one last time, rubbing in the back, down across buttocks and down the back of the legs and up the inside of the legs. Then bringing hands to hips, come into the opposite formation that you were just in, toes out to the other corner, and begin your swaying back and forth. Arms can just be heavy along the sides as you start to sway back and forth. Moving through the hips, maybe a soft gaze, letting the breath move in symphony with the movements of the body. And next time you come back, open up to the sky, exhale forward, crossing forearms, and inhale back up. Exhale down to sea. Inhale up to sky. Exhale to sea. Inhale to sky. And one last time. And bring everything down. Bring on one hand to chest and one hand to belly. Allow your body to integrate some of this movement. Relaxing down from crown to the back of the skull, the back of the neck. Tucking the chin, letting the energy come down the spine. Arms reach out, gather the energy from around you. And palms down, slowly bring that energy down through head and neck, heart, down through the digestive system and into the core of the body. One more breath here. Thanks for practicing today. I hope your life goes well.